Welcome to more content. So I've originally I'm doing this particular one for my current students. These are just warm-ups. For any of you who are experienced at surfing the internet looking for these sorts of ideas, this will not come as anything new. Maybe there's a new variation on here that you can take advantage of. But this is warm-ups and things to get the blood flowing and get your hands, if you're new to guitar, doing things the correct way, and if you're an old hand at guitar, particularly if you're like me and you're getting older and the fingers don't want to behave, this is a great way of maintaining that sort of fluidity and maybe even increasing it. Okay, so the first one, which is basically what this video is going to be about, variations on this, goes by a bunch of different names. I've seen it called the spider. I've seen it called the centipede, a bunch of different names. I just call it by what it is. It makes it a lot easier to remember the permutations of it as well. And I just call it the 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is quite simple. I play with a pick. If you want to do it some other way, that's your business. But I'm going to go for the whole thing. I will also point out that for the purposes of what I'm doing here, this is a 7-string guitar. So if I say I'm starting on the F note, I'm on my 6th string, so you need to go to your 6th string. Do not look here and go, oh, he's on the A string. That's my B string. When I am doing these exercises, I definitely do it from my 7th string. But for the purpose of this video, I'm going to do it from my 6th string. So the first one, I've already hinted at it, is called 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm starting on the 1st fret of the 6th string, and I'm playing the 1st note, and 2nd note, 3rd note, and 4th note. It's not a chromatic scale because I would have to play the open string before it and after it. It's just finger exercise. Being 4 means it's going to work out nicely in terms of rhythm and counting. All right, so here's all the bits of it. Number 1, you may want to do it like this, moving your hand, but what we're really aiming at is a steady hand, a thumb on the back of the neck, staying in place while you play the notes. If you're trying to do this, it makes more sense to do it perfect than to do it half-baked. If I go to play a guitar scale and I'm supposed to use it like this, and I use, like, say, for lack of a better term, wrong fingers, I've still played a scale, it still has some use. Playing this wrong benefits you not at all because it's not a song, it's not a solo, it's not a lick, it's not a scale. Okay, so first finger goes down, and then your second finger is down while your first finger stays behind. Third finger goes down while the first 2 are down, and the hard part, your pinky. Now, it's only hard if you tilt your hand, have your thumb anything else other than, and I'll show you from behind here. So if your thumb is at all not like this, where you're holding it like this, whatever that means to you, but your thumb is off axis like that, it's going to tilt your hand and it makes your pinky not arrive. Now, people are very used to thinking their pinky can't cut the mustard, and they'll say, oh, my pinky's short and it can't go. But the trick I always show students is, which is your longest finger? And they always pick the middle finger. Which is your shortest fingers? They always pick the pinky. Sometimes they pick the thumb. But when you arch your fingers, they all meet at the same place, right? Or very close to, right? The same place. So it's the same thing when you're playing the guitar. If you arch your fingers and you have your thumb directly behind, your pinky is not at a disadvantage. Your pinky is actually probably one of your more mobile fingers. All right, so then on the left hand, I'm playing 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, and when I was first taught this a bazillion years ago, you went down from here. And that's fine. And then I was taught, go up to the next position and play the same thing. And go on the way back. I prefer to elongate, especially when you get up to a certain point and you're able to go faster. So, and then all of a sudden you're not really warming up; you're just getting through it. So if I just did that, those four this position, 1, 2, 3, and maybe a little bit up in here, depending on which guitar I'm playing, I'm not going to get much of a workout, right? And anybody who's into working out, not me, knows that the super efficient 10-minute workout doesn't give you the results that the inefficient half-hour workout does. So when you get more efficient at working out, so I'm told, you have to do more reps and more of the things that you're supposed to do because you're able to do them better. So this is the same thing. So my way of elongating this experience is to move up, but only move up 1 fret. So this is what I do. And I move up. So where I would start again, I would move up 1 fret. Oop, went to 7th string. All right. So that's what I do. I move up 1 fret. So where I might restart it, I move up. And where I would restart at the bottom, and then I would just go up, and I would just go in 1 fret increments, and I try and do an octave. It's a little bit harder on this guitar. By the way, I already have a video about this guitar, but if you're asking, it's a Moov, M-O-O-V, folding travel guitar. These bits come off, and then around here, at the just above the 12th fret, the guitar folds, unbuckles, and folds in half. Great instrument, lovely neck on it, and if you like the sound, I like it. So anyways, okay. So that is exercise 1, right? So exercise 2, and they all kind of follow the same pattern, is where I just reverse it. So instead of going 1, 2, 3, 4 on the way up and 4, 3, 2, 1 on the way down, I reverse it. So I'll go 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. And I move up 1 fret. Just like that, and I go all the way up until I run out of guitar. I usually try to do an octave. Going beyond, I'm not sure the value of it because of the way we have to modify our hand position on various guitars, and not all guitars are created equal in terms of upper fret access. But if I can get to the octave position here, which is a little hard on this guitar, so I'm not super worried about it. It's really just elongating the practice. Now within the 1, 2, 3, 4 paradigm, there is all kinds of variations. So I just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 3, 2, 1. Then I went 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4, 3, 2, 1 on the way up, and 1, 2, 3, 4 on the back. And you can take, I'm sure that I've seen worksheets out there where it's 1, 3, 2, 4. Oh. And you can get into those. The only one that I kind of like that much is the outside-inside one, where you go. So I'm going 1, 4, 2, 3. And backwards, 4, 1, 3, 2. Right? And there's a bunch of them. You can go 1. What that's 1, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1, 4. And then I'm not in love with those. I'm really just trying to get the blood flowing to my fingers. There's lots of other things we can do outside of these finger exercises to get better, and with our guitar, with scales and chromatics and things like that, I don't feel the need to work on a whole bunch of them. All right, but I do feel the need to isolate fingers because that is super, super important. So the next one, it's easy to remember, is called 1, 2. So I'm just going to go 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. The exact same thing. I go up in increments of 1 fret on every sort of completion of the strings going up and then going down. And then, what a shock, you just reverse those. So I'm going to go 2 1 2 1 and then 1 2. All right, and I think you can see where it's going. The next one is going to be 3 and 4. I start in the same position. I don't go back here or start someplace weird. I just start in the position I would be normally and go. I did slip in the 7th string there, Anya. Sorry. It's hard not to. And then I do the same thing in reverse. 3 2. And then, I bet you can see the future. This is one that people have a lot of difficulty with. I think I did. I know I did, and I still feel like the sort of brain burn, nerve burn of playing 3 and 4. So 3 and 4. And then 4 3. All right, next one would be, we could pick any two. I'm going to pick 1 and 3. 1 and 3 is very easy for most people. Easy is probably the wrong word, but when you're doing 1 and 3, you want to resist the temptation to cheat and slant and have your pinky curl up underneath here. We really want to get into the habit of when we're doing all these, like when we do 1 2, don't be off to the side like this going. We want to go. I hope I did that on the video when I did mine. And so on, so that we don't want to be putting the tools back in the tool belt because we're doing only these 2 fingers. We want to leave them all out, ready to play. All right, okay, so 1 and 3. And then 3 and 1. Get the idea? Then 2 and 4. And then 4 2. And then the permutations that way. Okay, so that kind of for me ends we don't have to know a note. We don't have to know a note. We don't have to know a scale. We're just doing our fingers. 1 2 3 4, 4 3 2 1, and then 4 3 2 1, 1 2 3 4, and all the permutations. So if you do all of those, that is, depending on what speed you do it at, that is quite a lot, and against the blood flowing. If you're doing it the way I'm showing you, or at least trying to, then you're going to improve your left hand technique. And if you are the older player who's going, I got arthritis or it feels stiff, well, it's going to. That's part of, unfortunately, one of the negative things about getting older is that, okay, you got to, just the same way sitting in a chair doesn't make your back feel better, not playing your guitar doesn't make your hand feel better. And so these are important for that. All right, if you know anything else, so let's say the next most likely thing somebody knows in the individual note sort of knowledge base for guitar, which would be the minor pentatonic scale. I think everybody knows that one. And I shouldn't say everybody. A lot of people know it. A lot of guitar players with even a modest amount of experience know this one. And so you can do the same thing with that. I would recommend not doing it chromatically, but doing it through the cycle of fifths or cycle of fourths. If you don't know what that is, subscribe to the channel. I think I have to say that at least. I don't say that enough. Hit the notifications. I don't know, whatever all those sort of content creators say. But those are my warm-up exercises, and I am trying to do more and more, but I'm trying to do it like this, unedited, where I can't remember a word, and then the word I remember is so basic I feel stupid for not remembering the word. I think the last one, it took me about full 30 seconds of going, oh yeah, reverb, which is, of course I know what reverb is. Anyways, this may be in a post on winnipegguitarlessons.com, or it might just be you might just see this on YouTube, so feel free to ask any questions or make any requests for things that you're thinking, hey, it'd be really cool if you did this, and I'll think about doing that. All right, see you guys later.